Hello, everyone. uh, let's see how this goes. I'm going to attempt to stream for as long as possible. I don't know how long it's going to be because the Wi-Fi kind of shit it out last time. So, I don't know. Hello! Hi, how are you? I apologize because I know I said I was going to be streaming at 3 p.m. When I tell y'all, I had a whole shift yesterday, and then I had a work event. I'm good, you. I'm okay. I'm just exhausted. Hi, everyone. Oh my god. Thank you all for being here. So I had a full shift with, not trying to throw shade, but with a new person who, you know, they're new, so they don't know exactly what's going on. So me and my other coworker did a lot of stuff yesterday. And then we went to a work event after, and I love you. You've helped me a lot. Thank you so much. So I literally, the only thing I ate yesterday was a handful of grapes, cheese slices, and then after the event, I got home at like 8:30. I had like a little bowl of mac and cheese. Dude, I haven't been on a stream in so long. I'm so excited. Oh my god, same. Oh no. First stream I made it to. Hi everyone. Hi! Everyone, welcome! So yesterday I was exhausted. I literally went to bed at 9:30. Like an old man. And then today, the coworker and I that closed, literally, what state are you from? So I don't say the specific state, because, you know, doxing and all of that, but I am in the United States, and if anyone can guess where my accent's from, I can't wait to see how the stream goes. Listen, I really hope that the Wi-Fi doesn't shit out. I am planning on getting a new Wi-Fi stick at some point this week, so hopefully Friday's stream will be a little bit better. I do want to get it before Friday. And then I want to figure out different videos and things I can react to if I want to play games, what I want to do with y'all. You know what's really funny? So in a past stream, I talked about tarot, and I was literally telling my roommate, I was just like, hi, how are you? I was just like, listen, if I had another camera set up, I would love to do like, oh, what are the vibes of this stream gonna be? And then they were like, Lynn, you could literally just pull and then hold the card up. So I think that might be fun. If anyone has questions, I love doing tarot and that kind of stuff, so, yeah. And then today, I have my shift. Both me and my coworker were exhausted. I was so tired, y'all. I literally could not. It was really bad. Which was so much fun to do. Luckily, it was kind of slow at work today. So it wasn't too horrible. Hurricane Helene messed up my area. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. What part of Florida are you from? Y'all, I was so nervous about, the people in Florida for Helene. I have a couple people that I know who have family members. It almost hit me. Oh my god. Was it as bad as, like, I haven't been seeing... No, it's Milton that I was seeing stuff for, and then really haven't seen the aftermath. Helene, I've seen the aftermath for. I just feel bad for anyone, West North Carolina. Oh my god. I feel bad for literally anyone who lives in states that got affected. I don't like Florida. However, they literally didn't do enough to actually help people evacuate. And isn't there another hurricane coming to like that area too. Like it's the fact that people don't believe in climate change will never, like, it'll blow my mind. I don't understand how people don't like believe in climate change whatsoever. Um I think so. I'm so sorry, y'all. Because that's literally horrifying. And I know that the people in North Carolina, what town is it in North Carolina that's been like cut off and everything? It's disgusting. They really have to put in better infrastructure to actually help people due to climate change. My favorite city is an hour away. Asheville is completely flooded. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I always I have always said if I ever get rich or famous enough to like have money, the thing that would be my like thing that I would like donate to or be an activist for would be land conservation and climate change and making sure that the government actually passes bills in order to cultivate a world that the next generations can live in. Because holy shit, it blows my mind someone in my family does not believe in climate change. I don't I don't know how you can like logically think that. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand how you can logically sit there, look at all of the weather patterns that have been going on and not think that something drastic hasn't changed. I remember the area that I'm in. I'm up north, but I remember when I was little, we used to get so much snow, y'all. We used to get so much snow every year like clockwork. I remember, and it would like come up to like my chest, so like, you know, a good amount of snow every year. Um if it's okay to ask what your pronouns are, my pronouns are they them. Um it's because the ozone layer in America America. Hello fellow MB, how's your week going? It is going well. It's just the start of the week, so hopefully it'll be a good week. Um, Everyone, let me know how your week has been in the chat. Hello, how are you? But yeah, no, I don't understand how people don't get that climate change is real. People are so closed off right now to any not great. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had the best week either. My week has been okay. The state I live in gets crazy amount of snow. Yeah. Um, but now within the last like honestly I'd say 5 or 6 years, we've had very little snow compared to what we used to get. So I'm just like, how can you look around and not think that something is happening? It's crazy. I think that's insane. I think that's insane. My week has been okay, better than most of the weeks recently. Aw. Hopefully it'll get better. I feel like we've all this year has been like a going through it year. 2024 has kind of been a little bit of a roller coaster, unfortunately. I live up in a decently southern part of Canada, and we still get tons of snow aside from that. Pretty mild winter though. Yeah, never seen a hurricane in my life, so it's a pretty good area. I live in an area that does get hurricanes occasionally. We haven't really gotten any this season, but I remember a couple few years back that kind of hit this area. Lynn, I love your videos. I love watching queer content on YouTube. It makes me feel very validated, and you are one of the main ones I always return to. Thank you so much. Back in Gay Pride Month, I was at a club and told someone happy Gay Pride, and two straight cis guys, they jokingly said, oh yeah, we're each other's boyfriend. Oh god, cis men. Y'all, I'm over that. 2024 is one of the bad years for me, sadly. Like, only 4 good things have happened. Yeah, I can, 2024 has been a lot for a lot of people, I think. I feel like everyone's just going through it, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna... Y'all know a lot about what's been going on. My roommates and I have been having a really hard time finding a new place to live, which sucks. We actually just got rejected again from a place that I really was really hoping for. But I was able to ask that realtor for advice on what to do because we've lived together for 4 years now. Unfortunately, 2 of our credit scores took a little bit of a hit. Mine took a hit because of the whole thing, which sucks. And I literally had a whole breakdown about it about a month or 2 ago. What did you study, Lynn? I have a BA in theater studies, and I should have gotten a minor in film, except my school fucked me over royally because they didn't tell me that the advisor for the film minor got fired or left the school prior to my last semester. So the whole spring and summer semesters, I was not emailing the right person. And then when I went in the fall, they were like, oh, I could have helped you with this if you had, contacted me earlier. I was like, I literally wasn't told, y'all. I wasn't told. My area had a hurricane hit us once when I was little. I live in an area that a couple of them have gone through. So yeah, I've been through a hurricane or 2. Luckily, I've never been in flood. Actually, that's a lie. The first place that we lived when I was little in this area was right by a river. So we would get flooded there. But after that, we didn't really live in flood zone. So that was really nice. We only would get I think an inch for a hurricane that came through. Exactly. I came out in June this year to my parents. It was very cool. But other than that, it's been kind of mid. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. Last good year ever, 2016. Best year of my life. Good fucking year. Would you like to take on acting then? I do. It's been something that I've been thinking about a lot recently because I do social media managing for my job, and I'm kind of realizing that I might not necessarily want to do that forever because of certain things. I want to literally only make my own content. That's the only thing I think I want to be doing. I want to be able to become a full-time content creator and then be able to focus on acting and auditions and having that flexibility that content creation allows for. So yeah, that's literally my goal next year, is to get back into acting. I have a TV show I would absolutely love to make. I just need to meet a comedy writer to actually help me out with it, because I have the whole show planned out. Wait, y'all. Let me pitch this to y'all real quick right now, because I think it's a great concept. Okay, so for any of you who don't know, I used to work at Trader Joe's during the pandemic, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that was an experience. All of my coworkers and I trauma bonded. As of right now, I really only talk and hang out actively with one, but she's literally the best thing that ever happened from that store. But I think it would be really cool to do a mockumentary style type of show based around those kind of experiences. So the premise of the show is a Trader Joe-like store where they got some bad publicity right after the pandemic, so they're sending in a crew to the third largest store in their company because the first and second one didn't want to do it. So they're like, go to the third one. and then go through it. So, let me tell you, hold on. What's the name of this? What is the name of... I have a whole outline. Maybe I'll show it to y'all at some point. But yeah, I would love to write that and do that, have that produced. Well, I still look like I could play 23, because I am 27 right now, which boggles my mind, because, like, the thing about the pandemic is, I genuinely, like, I know I was stunted in that time period, which kind of sucks. Like, if I didn't have to think about or if someone asked me my age, or, like, what age do you feel like, or whatever, I would literally say 23, 24. Like, I still feel like that's the age I'm at, even though it's been 5 years, so fuck the pandemic. Let me see. Hello, my week has been almost better than the weeks before, finally. Also wanted to thank you for your content to get to know myself better about being MBA. Just started to feel more comfortable. Congratulations. I absolutely love hearing about people's experiences like that, because I only started getting comfortable with myself after I figured out the language that best describes me. Both my parents have passed on. Oh, I'm so sorry. My mom, if she would have been sober, would have supported. My dad, not so much, sadly. I'm so sorry. I'm finally medically transitioning. Oh my god, congratulations, Baby Yoda. I cannot wait to be able to say the same thing. So, I'm very jealous. What's my favorite book? My favorite book? I always say To Kill a Mockingbird or Atonement, which I feel like that says something about me. The fact that they both have similar themes going on. I tried to come out to my parents, but they yelled at me and told me I ain't a lesbian. What the fuck? I don't understand. Yo, someone explain this to me. I don't understand how someone can come out to you and you just straight to their face say, no, you're not that. Excuse me? It is not your place to tell someone who or who they are not. I wish people had more tact. I feel you, bro. My parents told me I wasn't a woman. My statement, listen, I have a lot of opinions about things, but one of them, and I will always hold this, you should not have a child unless you are willing to let go of your ideas of what you think they should be. Does that make sense? Anyone who who isn't out or never will be is all valid. Yes. I'm coming out in Pride Month. Yay! Lynn, could I get a suggestion from you for something? Yes, depending on what it is. Let's hear the pitch. How did you come out? I'm not gonna lie, I don't really remember how I came out as asexual, because I was 14 at the time. I think I just started telling people I was ace. So, not the greatest story. And then coming out as non-binary, I came out to my friends first, and then I was 23 when I fully came out as non-binary to, like, the world. Sometimes it does take a few years to come out. It was scary. But luckily I've been in work environments and I have a somewhat good supportive family. It took my mom a little bit. So yeah. I feel like you never stop coming out, especially when, like, your identities are, like, things that a lot of people don't really see in the queer community. Like, I like to say I'm all of the things that people don't want to believe are real. I'm ace, bi, and non-binary. So, every single thing that the queer community gets hated on, I am, which is really fucking funny. Thank you for helping me explore my sexuality. Your content has really helped me since my breakup. Oh my god. sorry about your breakup, unless that was a good thing. The casualty of not dating until you were 35 because you refused to date as a guy. Yo, facts, though. It is very brave of you to make these videos. They help a lot. Thank you. I literally started making content because I wanted to be the person that I wish I had when I was younger. Now, there are non-binary content creators, or there were, I'd say, like, a handful of non-binary content creators when I was younger, but there really were no asexual content creators. So, and especially on YouTube, they're a little bit more on Instagram and TikTok right now, but I don't think YouTube has a lot of ace creators or people talking about asexuality and being non-binary and I was gonna say gender fluid, and aromantic people, and kind of the more intricate parts or parts of the community that aren't really talked about. So I was like, I'll talk about them. Aero Ace from Australia. I love your work. Oh my god, what time is it there? Are you in the future? Can you tell me? Tell me about the future. Yeah, I came out as Ace to my father. My father told me I ain't actually Ace, and then I'm gonna change your mind. Oh my god. I need people to stop. Okay, this has nothing to do with the LGBT stuff or anything, but I'm working on making a game. Oh my god, it's gonna be fantasy, RPG, D&D type thing. It's super chaotic, I need ideas. We'll take anyone's suggestions. Okay, listen, I'm horrible. I'm so bad at giving, like, those kind of suggestions, because I love fantasy, but also I've never played D&D in my life, and I'm really bad at improv, which is why I don't play D&D, because I'm horrible at it. My one claim to fame during an improv class was when I was 15 or 16, and we were doing a tableau tap-in exercise. So you would do a scene, and then the teacher would say freeze, and then someone would have to go in and, like, go back and be in the pose. And the pose was, they ended up in, like, this pose, like, Titanic style, with the dude behind, and I tapped in, and he was like, he said something, oh god, what was Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Titanic? But he said that, and I was like, I'm supposed to be Rose, and people laughed. I was like, well, this is my one decent improv moment. Hey Lynn, how are you? I have a question. Did you watch Heartstopper Season 3 yet? If y'all want to do a whole stream on my thoughts of Heartstopper Season 3, I will go point by point about what I liked, what I didn't. Like, y'all, I will go in. Literally, a coworker of mine and I were talking about it all today because I didn't realize she liked Heartstopper. I wish I could go see Kit on Broadway right now. I want to see Kit, I want to see Rachel, I want to see Romeo and Juliet, but those tickets are hella expensive, y'all. So expensive. I'm also ace, bi, and non-binary. See, you get it. Bruh, I was so worried about a friend in Florida, messaged them, and they responded with a pic of them in their basement drinking a beer. Oh my god. Yeah, I would have freaked out. Also, again, if the stream cuts out, I apologize. The Wi-Fi does seem to be being okay right now, however, I just want to let y'all know in case. Macaroni and cheese. Stop it. I really want some. I want Longhorn so bad. I do not have the money for it. I'm currently saving up to hopefully get a new place at some point. Um, I'm non-binary and bisexual, not out to my parents. I don't get how they can be fully supportive people liking the same gender and not them being a different gender. And I'm going insane. Yeah, I don't understand that. It's so interesting to me how people who aren't part of the queer community like cherry pick what they're supportive and what they're not. It's 10 to 11 here. AM in Australia? Oh my god. Um do you also have the desire back then to find more NB friends? I'm not good at making friends, don't know where to start. So, I want more NB and trans friends right now. I do have, most of the people I do know are like gender queer and that kind of thing. But, like, I'm always looking to make more, like, queer friends. You know what it is? Because of the pandemic and everything, and also I am fairly introverted. I know it doesn't seem like that because of how I act on here, but I am fairly introverted in like group scenarios or meeting people scenarios. I tend to be a little bit of a watcher and like figure out the vibe and like see who I might connect with and that kind of stuff. Um but it's a little bit harder for me to meet people IRL. But I this next year when I'm in a safer environment and like okay again. Um I definitely want to start like going out to like queer places and like specifically queer places to interact more with the community IRL because I know that it's a completely different experience than um like online queer spaces. I feel like Lynn's entire sub base should just become friends. If y'all look at the at the comments under my first 5 signs you might be asexual video, the whole comments are just like this thread, like these comments are a dating app for ace people. This is an ace meetup place. Like, well, that's why I want to make the app like the Ace and Aro like meetup or chat app. I just need a or an app developer that would be willing to like do something pro bono. And then I would pay them like afterwards through like sales or whatever. I'm Aro Ace and didn't come out. I just told people I was comfortable with. I'm a trans woman who keeps running into trans womanhood and gender fluid. Oh, your content is amazing. Oh, thank you. Heartstopper! Listen, I cried so hard during season 3. I haven't seen season 3 yet. Okay, y'all. We should... Maybe on Friday we can do that. We can do a... It'll be full of spoilers, however. Heartstopper thoughts. Because that would be amazing. Would you want it to be... Heartstopper sleepover? I wish that YouTube let me stream copyrighted things because I would literally do a Heartstopper like watch along with y'all on stream, but I don't think it lets me. I'll like look into it. I always thought I was demi, but now I'm leaning more towards a/demi romantic now that I've actually experienced a relationship, and no, 2 months later, still not over her. Yeah. Breakups are hard. I completely understand. Especially when, like, you try to set boundaries, and you want to be nice, and you want to keep the person in your life. And then it just sucks. I've been going through that. I get it. It's not a fun experience. So, yeah. Breakups and relationships are hard no matter what orientation you are. Okay, not bi or non-binary, but ace, lesbian, agender. Ooh. Yeah, we really need those safe spaces, especially in this day and age with how effed up the world is. Y'all, I don't even want to think about a month from now. Like, I'm so worried about this election. You have no idea. Literally no idea. We need a friend app instead of a dating app, but only for queer people. That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to make, y'all. Well, okay. So the idea for the app, and no one steal this from me. I don't care if y'all steal it from me. I literally want to do an AroAce specific app, and I want there to be, first of all of the orientations, all that kind of stuff, but I would want there to be options for you to put friendship, queer platonic relationship, romance, like, if you are, like, sex favorable, sex neutral, to, like, kind of know what to expect. And then I would also, if you match with multiple people and they also match with each other and y'all want to be friends or do whatever, have a group chat option. Like, hello? I'm so surprised there aren't more apps. Like, I guess it's because it's only for, like, monogamous straight people. But, to, you know, have a group chat option so that we can all be friends. Or whatever the dynamic is. Do you use Discord? Do you game it all too? I have personal Discords. I personally don't know if I would ever feel comfortable having a public Discord because I've seen so many content creators have issues with them, because you can't always control the people that are in there. And I've seen that on, like, a large scale of Discord being an issue, and then also, like, smaller influencers that I personally know that, you know, are micro-influencers and they still have boundary issues and different things popping up in Discords, and I, at this point in my life, don't feel comfortable putting anyone in my community at risk, and also having the energy to maintain that kind of daily contact. I try to keep a little bit of a distance because parasocial relationships kind of freak me out a little bit. So yeah, that's where I'm at with, like, Discords, if I would ever have, like, a public one. AroAce Australian here. I wear my Ace Pride pins everywhere. I'm teaching lots of people about us and who we are. I don't know much about out non-binary folks until I found you. Thanks a bunch. Oh my god. Good luck with your app development. Again, I'm gonna need... I want it to happen next year. I swear to God, 2025 is going to be a better year. I'm gonna develop it. I'm gonna make sure that I'm a full-time content creator by, like, my birthday. I want to get back into acting. I want to make stories about, like, ace characters, non-binary characters, non-monogamous characters, aro characters. Good representation. Heartstopper sleepover. I wish. And what about a horror movie night? I do not like horror movies. I am so... What? I just got an ad during you saying your idea. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't want Burger King YouTube. I'm so sorry. But I don't remember what I was saying. My ADHD is all over the place right now. Shit. What was I saying? I apologize. Even though I'm allo, I also really wish there was an easier way for me to meet queer people, to just be friends in my area. My area is pretty liberal, but at the same time, mostly cishet white people, yeah. That's the thing. I feel like, as a community, we just want to engage with other queer people. It shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard. Sounds so much like myself, funny, and also I'm an introvert. Having social anxiety. I don't have social anxiety, I just have, like, generalized anxiety. I have ADHD and autism, so that also kind of makes me a little bit more hesitant because, not gonna lie, masking is hard. And feeling like, oh, I just said this thing wrong. I guess I have a little bit of social anxiety. But thank you for sharing. I'm also looking to be able to go to queer spaces soon when I'm confident enough. That's the other thing. I dress so horribly. I'm just like, I don't think any cool queer person would come up to me and want to be friends. I need to, okay, new goal. Get a new place. Update wardrobe. Become coolest version of myself. And then go out and make new queer friends. Honestly, right now, I'm fine with being single and wouldn't be opposed if someone did say, let's get to know each other. I'm figuring out the different terms of demis. For me, it takes a long ass time to feel anything for someone. So I always say it takes me 6 to 9 business months if I'm gonna have a crush on someone or have like certain feelings towards someone. It literally takes me like the time a baby could be born before I have feelings for someone. So, and it also kind of sucks, especially on like dating apps or like trying to like get to know people and they're already like attracted to you and you're like, well, I don't know if I'll ever be attracted to you, but it feels kind of like shitty if I'm not, but I also enjoy like talking to you. It's a whole thing. This is so random, but you seem like the kind of friend I'd love to have. You seem so wholesome. Thank you. Depending on the day, I'm wholesome. Like, I honestly think it's also like the Mormon training in me that never like got out. The wholesomeness will probably always, because it's, I don't want to say this isn't like who I am, but obviously when you stream or you make videos or you make content, you put like a little bit more energy and oomph. Like I always, anyone who's been around my stream knows that I don't really stream for longer than an hour and a half, 2 hours, because of just the amount of energy it takes. But yeah. I'm definitely a lot more rowdy around my friends. I can say pretty stupid shit sometimes. I don't have the greatest filter, so sometimes I'll say something and then it just comes out and they'll look at me like, Lynn, what did you just say? And I'll be like, oh my god, I'm horrible. It would be so fun to have a Discord server with y'all, but I understand the risks and how that could put a lot of people in tough situations. Yeah, I just... Literally, it's just a safety concern for me, because I know so many people who have had issues with it, and I would never want to put anyone in my community in harm's way, and I also, like I said, don't have the mental capacity to, like, keep up that kind of like constant communication, and I personally need boundaries when it comes to that kind of stuff. I've literally always said if I do get big enough to like go to like not TwitchCon, I don't stream on Twitch. If I ever went to like VidCon, or if I ever was in a like a film or TV show where I'd like go out and do press for it and that kind of stuff, like I would probably tell my team, hey, I can only do signings for like an hour because it would be too overwhelming, because I, have ADHD, autism. It's very overstimulating. It wouldn't be because I wouldn't want to meet people and wouldn't be appreciative. It's just, I do tend to get overwhelmed. It literally wouldn't be you guys. It would be me. It would be so... Oh, wait. Have you ever seen Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast? I love that show. I don't have Netflix right now. I know. Oh, it's echoing. Oh, no. Hold on 1 second. Did that help? I hope that helped. I hope it helped. I don't have Netflix right now. However, I love that show, and I wish I could rewatch it. Is it getting better? Is my mic a little bit better? I apologize. Yeah, it's been hard to find some IRL friends to hang out with. I got one cis male friend IRL that comes over once in a while, but I want someone who's like, get in the car, bitch, we're going to the mall. It's still echoing. No. You know what? I might get a new mic this week too. Hold on one sec. Is that better? I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay. Things I am getting this week. New Wi-Fi stick. And new mic. I'll see. Hold on. Does anyone have a good recommendation for a new mic? Okay. If it gets too annoying, please let me know, and then I will stop stream. Because I don't like having technical issues like that. I don't know if this is normal, but like, how many crushes do people normally get in their life? I don't know. As a demisexual person, I have only had like 3.5 crushes, and I say the half because it wasn't like a full thing, but if I had been around that person longer, it would have. So I really don't know. Not an ad for politics. No. Was it at least not a Trump? At least not a Trump. God, I need that man to listen. Anyway. For me, I've just said I'm aro-aspec at this point, because, I don't know, I experience it less and differently. I just don't know how to explain it. So I'm bi, MB, aro-aspec. It's the most simple terms. I use a lot of micro labels that I don't really share with others. I 100% feel that. I have found, like, different micro labels under, like, the different umbrellas that I identify with and, like, am. So, like, I use them for myself, and I'm the only one who, how many ads are... I don't even think I get paid for these. Why, YouTube, why are you running ads when I don't even do this? But yeah, I completely understand what you're saying, because I do the same thing. I found one under the non-binary umbrella that I identified with, the aro, because I do think I'm somewhere on the aromantic spectrum, and then obviously demisexual. I've made a couple new friends at the LGBT Center. They have a weekly support group for trans and NB non-conforming adults, and been life-changing to meet more trans people IRL. I want to do that. I literally, like, come on, Pep. Come on, baby. You want to say hi to Scream? Say hi. Everyone, this is Pippin. Ew, conservative ads. Why? I need this to stop. Hi, baby boy. Please be careful. But yeah, I definitely want to get into the LGBT centers in my area, because I think it would definitely help out a lot. I kind of want it for my my roommates too. I think it'd be cool if we all went together. It took me 3 years to develop a crush on my current girlfriend. Aww, congratulations, I love it. What are your pronouns? They, them. Do you think that it's normal to not be fully sure about being NB? I don't know if I'm NB enough, or if it's just a mind boggle. So, yes, it is extremely common feeling that way. Imposter syndrome really does suck. I know, because I have fluctuating dysphoria, I do tend to get a bit of imposter syndrome when it's not as bad. But I'm not sure if the fluctuation is because I'm disassociating so heavily from my body that I don't realize I'm having dysphoria. Ugh, cat hair in my mouth. Hey, baby boy. Let's put you down. So that's something that, like, my therapist and I have talked about. for there are reasons why I don't necessarily have as bad or as strong dysphoria all the time, because I disassociate heavily. Um, Heavily disassociate. So it that aspect of it makes me feel like I have a little bit of imposter syndrome. But then when I do feel more connected to my body and all of that, like the dysphoria hits so bad, y'all. It sucks. But I think questioning your gender, your sexuality is natural, and I think it shouldn't be something to like shy away from necessarily, um, because people grow and they change, and I think being able to be like, okay, I have experienced this, am I continuing to experience this, or maybe something has changed and that kind of stuff. So I always think it's really dumb when people are like, oh, you'll stay the same your whole life. Like, I don't necessarily think that's true. Act the tact, like, come on, at least say something with meaning instead of be a slogan. Yo, that's horrible. Dude, I want to see if there's a place in my area where I can meet other LGBTQ plus people near me. Same. There's some bars in my area, but I haven't really been drinking this year because of my ADHD medication. So it's no fun to be sober around drunk people. Plus, I would rather, like, I don't know, go to, like, a support group, or, like, a little, like, we're all gonna read in the same room together and then talk about it. I don't know. Or, like, queer movie nights or something. I don't know. I'd rather go to an activity than, like, yeah, a bar. Everyone, she's my girlfriend. Oh my god! I feel the same as well. The fluctuations give me a tough time too. I've started to talk to a therapist about it, and hopefully I can get a better idea. I genuinely, this is, like, in general, I think most people need therapy. But the thing is, you can only get better with therapy if you're willing to get better. So I know that's not something that everyone wants to do and is in the, like, headspace to do. But I really, really do strongly think, and I kind of wish I'd put this in as, like, a little disclaimer in some of my previous videos about being non-binary trans, about talking to a gender therapist about what you're going through. My therapist is a queer therapist, and they do specialize in gender and different queer things. So it's been really nice, and they are non-binary themselves, so it's really nice to have someone who has experienced what I've experienced and has helped me, like, walk through certain things and get a better idea of how I am. And it's been really validating to have another trans person as a therapist. I get imposter syndrome too as a demigirl because my dysphoria is very mild. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, it's crazy to me. Y'all, it's crazy to me that there are trans people out there who have gone through their transition, they've gotten to the point of passing, and then will literally... Where was I going? Be like, oh, like, I don't really experience dysphoria anymore, and then shit on other people for not being, like, trans enough. It's so weird. Y'all, conservative trans people will always boggle my mind. I finally got over my imposter syndrome by watching someone react to a D-trans video. I realized, nope, let them take me away. If Trump wins, I'm not going back. Same! I'm not gonna lie, I really do, because there are D-trans people who detransition but still consider themselves trans, or like have gone back into the closet, and I want to know, like, their mindset around that, because I cannot fathom going back into the closet. Like, I, in my brain, cannot sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'll go back to using my dead name, I'll go back to using those pronouns. Like, I can't fathom it. So I wish I could talk to someone who is in that experience to be like, what is your mindset? What are you thinking? Because I don't understand that. I've also talked about it with my therapist. She said I don't need to feel rushed about it because I'm also worried about politics right now. Y'all, when I tell you I'm like getting my passport ready, like, I'm not even joking. If anything goes south, bye. I'm lucky that the organization I work at has both an ARO-ACE support group and a non-binary support group. I genuinely, you know what? I might start making like a list of different support groups and LGBT like centers around the United States and potentially Canada and the UK, maybe Australia too. Maybe I'll do a whole PDF of like different support groups or online resources that people can take a look at and like specifically meet up. Let me know if any of y'all want that, because I'll be a little nerd and get all that info together. We need queer cafes, bro. We really do. We really, really do. That was me. I had to go back in the closet. Oh my god. I had a therapist tell me I don't think you're trans about 10 years ago. And it set me back, and I actually went fully back in the closet until last year. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. By the way, I'm from Germany. Oh, nice. I don't even know how politics are over there. And that's a shitty thing about Americans. Avon's list is horribly incomplete on that. I'm sure your list would be very helpful for their community. Okay. I'll start working on it. Like, genuinely, because I would love that information too. This reminded me that I actually got off my ADHD medication through meditation. Oh, nice. I try to do it 2 hours a day. Listen. I wish I had the patience in my life to meditate for 2 hours. God bless your whole soul. Because how do you do that? Like, can you teach me how to do that? Because that's crazy. That sounds so nice, though. Do you do, like, an hour, like, after waking up and then, like, before you go to bed? Lynn, quick question. As a demigirl, is it right to change my name? If you want to change your name, you can change your name. You do not have to. There are a lot of people who decide to change their names for different reasons. I have always hated my dead name. From the time I was little, I hated that name. Hated it. I literally remember telling my mom, because Lynn is my middle name. I remember telling my mom when I was 4 or 5 or 6 maybe, I don't remember, to call me Lynn. Because I hated it. And she said, no. Because at that time, my sibling had started going by their middle name as, I don't know why. And I was like, oh, okay, like, I don't have to be called this for the rest of my life. And so I was like, Mother, call me Lynn. And she was like, no, because I think Ellis only had them call them their middle name at that time for about a month and a half. So my mom was like, nah, like, they'll grow out of it. No, I like the name Lynn. I have thought about changing it before. I think y'all know if I ever do change my name, it would either be Charlie or Max. But yeah, if you want to change your name, you can. If you do not want to, you also do not. Thankfully, there has been progress made for trans rights, but we have an election next year, and at the moment, I'd say it doesn't look great, but hopefully it'll end better than expected. That's what's kind of going on here too. I I feel like I've heard about some things. I mean, I feel like everywhere is getting like pretty conservative, or at least that's what like the media is trying to push is happening. So I don't know if that's like oh, I need water. If that's like actually happening, but I hope it goes better. Um, my favorite thing about the support group is when people new come in and are still questioning. I love telling my story because it's proof that these feelings never go away despite any past traumas. I love that. Yeah. And on it, like, that's the reason why I started making videos, because I was like, what can I do? What can I do to help this community become more visible? I do have to say, my throat is starting to hurt. So, I'll probably only be on for another 10-ish minutes, if that's okay with y'all. Like I said, y'all know that I don't stream very long. I want to build up. I feel like my voice has been going. Ever since I had laryngitis last year, my voice has gone a whole lot more after, like, talking for so long. But I do want to build up streaming for at least 2 hours the days that I stream. I feel like you can change your name in any scenario. Maybe you're cis, but just want a new name you identify with more. Normalize changing your name for any reason. Yes! Literally, yes. I think it's so interesting when, like, cis people have, like, a nickname they go by and no one questions it, but as soon as a trans or non-binary person is like, this is my new name, and they're like, oh my god, I'm never gonna call you that. I'm like, shut up. Yo, I don't give a... I've literally had people tell me, I like your dead name better, so I'm gonna just keep calling you that. That interaction literally stopped me from coming out for, like, 3 years. Because I was like, oh, everyone's gonna have that reaction. Hi, Lynn, before you go, do you have any advice about how to figure out your gender? I'm seriously so confused, and I can't find anything that fits properly. So, here's what I did. Little Lynn knew they weren't a woman from the age of 4. 3 or 4. Because, I'm not gonna lie, it's always felt very restricting. And I just knew I wasn't a woman. Gender roles in general feel very restricting to me, on either side. So, little Lynn, 4 years old, saying, Mom, why didn't God give me a penis? Very true. I used to ask that all the time. Fast forward to, like, 14, 15, 16. Very dysphoric. Didn't realize what it was. Was still trying to present and be the perfect Mormon woman. It gets so gross to say. And then when I was 18 or 19, met my best friend. At the time, they were non-binary and was explaining it to me. But when I was looking into it, at that point in my life, gender fluid kind of connected with me more. I think, listen, I know there are gender fluid people out there. I live with a gender fluid person. I think gender fluidity, at least for me at that point, gave me the freedom to kind of test out different pronouns and different presentations and do different things. And then when I realized I only like they, them pronouns being referred to me, I don't like he, him, I don't like she, her, they, them is the only one that, like, ever felt, like, right to me. For a little while I was like, is it okay if I'm a gender fluid person that only likes they, them pronouns? Which, yes, that's fine. But then I was like, I don't think I'm gender fluid. I think I'm a non-binary person who was just trying to figure it out. So for me, there's beauty in the exploration. There's beauty in potentially not finding a label and just being yourself. I think there's beauty in trying different labels and seeing which one fits. I don't know. It's personal. It's messy. It hurts sometimes. It's wonderful other times. You just have to kind of go through it, unfortunately, and definitely seeing what you're comfortable with and what you're not. I hope that helps. I don't know how helpful that was. As a co-faculty, I have dyslexia, I apologize, of the Aero Ace support group, I love what I do because I know how helpful it has been for the folks here in the community. I'm very lucky to have this opportunity. I love that for you. Hello, I went by a gender-neutral name that wasn't my legal name before my transition and just decided to keep it and change my middle name. Honestly, God bless. Sorry, I was texting my BF, as you should, but basically to meditate you start off with small 5-10 minutes and you just stay focused on breathing, and if you drift away, just observe from a distance and slowly drift back. Have you ever... Okay, this is gonna get a little ooh-woo. Have you ever, astral projected before? And I journal before I meditate. That's good to know. My gender was, people have been calling me a girl and she, her my whole life, so sure, I guess. Up until I hit puberty and I was like, hell nah. Yo! Facts! Facts! Sorry, that was loud. Facts! I got another ad. What are these people doing? It's not even paying me for this shit. Yeah, puberty hit me like a ton of bricks and I didn't like it. I did not like it. I live in Georgia, which is a conservative state, and there was this one girl who was openly transitioning to being male, and, nobody really cared, but now most call him Emerson, so I don't know. Oh, nice! Somehow I can't say how I feel about my gender in childhood or youth. I never questioned it before so much as I did about a few months ago. Australian fire ant treatments? Okay, are because I've always wanted to visit Australia, but I feel like everything down there tries to kill you. Is that true? I really hate to sound ignorant, but everything I've ever heard about Australia and its animals and insects is it's just made to kill people. Very much. Oh my god. I would absolutely move to New Zealand, but the internet, yeah, no. First of all, I would love to move to New Zealand. Fun fact about me, I was so obsessed. I was so obsessed with Lord of the Rings when I was little, and they would talk about New Zealand. I thought New Zealand was part of the United States. I thought New Orleans was a different country. So when Hurricane Katrina hit when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and everyone was talking about it, and they were like, oh my god, we have to send relief, we have to do all these care packets, blah, 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 blah. I was like, why are we... This is not a good thought. This is 2nd, 3rd grade Lynn being selfish. I was like, why are we sending, these things to people who don't live in our country? I apologize for little Lynn being so selfish and not caring about people outside of America. But I'm still disappointed in the fact that New Zealand is not part of the United States, because I would love to go to New Zealand. Australia and New Zealand have horrendous internet. Really? I didn't know that. I did not know that. I dislike he, him pronouns, and I'm neutral with she, her, and they, them, but nothing feels right. Just bad or apathetic. Neos are cool, but only slightly above apathetic, slightly favorable. Any advice? Ooh. My parents don't use the right pronouns, and it makes me feel sad. I'm so sorry. I would, if you have certain people in your life that will use neopronouns, see how they feel about practicing them and then using them for you. If they love you and they care about you and they want to help you, they should be down, and see if that helps. Unfortunately, in at least English most people only know he, him, and she, her. But at the very least, if you have people in your life using the pronouns that you feel more comfortable with that are neopronouns, hopefully it'll help a little bit. It's also valid and a similar experience to me. It was just the last few years I began to realize my assigned gender didn't feel right, but I couldn't put my finger on it until last year. It's because it's just so assumed, y'all. It's so assumed. Then I asked, what about non-binary, and it clicked. For now, how to figure out your gender when nothing seems to, I never really understood why someone would change their pronouns just because they're bored, or that they were almost inspired by being different in some way. I might be reading that wrong. I don't think I'm understanding it. What about no pronouns? I remember, what show was it? It was that, oh God, what show was it? There was a reality TV show where the partners, The Ultimatum on Netflix. The queer version of that, first of all, I loved it. It was so messy, but there was a person on there who only used their name. Like, they didn't use pronouns or anything. When being referred to, it was only their name, and it was kind of cool. I just don't remember what the name was, so that's why I'm using they, them pronouns. I actually haven't astral projected, but I'd love to. But one strange benefit of meditation is that I sleep a lot less. Like, I sleep, oh my God, 6 hours or less, no biggie. It makes me a big morning person. But I've recently had an ego death. That's so cool. I'm sorry, y'all. I believe in kind of like ooh-woo kind of things. Funnily enough, I have astral projected one time in my life, and if y'all want to hear that story, let me know. It was freaky. But yeah, I love hearing about, like, supernaturally, astral projection, witchcraft, tarot cards, occulty type things. Nice, thanks again. Had the same feeling about when I watched Lynn's video about how you know you're non-binary, for example. It's this also a progress to get used to it being comfortable. Yeah. I have Gnostic, but I was about to be like, if any of y'all have heard of the Gnostics, I love the Gnostics. I have to go, Lynn. Thanks for the stream. I've never participated in one before. I have Asperger's and got a full-time job. Oh my God, in a major supermarket. Congratulations. Oh my God. Wait, that's so cool. Congrats. Love your videos. Keep going, Lynn. Thank you. Have a good rest of your night. Would also love to hear it. I believe in spirituality. Okay, y'all. Let's go. Let me tell you about the little story about how I astral projected one time in my life. So it was back actually when I was meditating fairly a lot, and I remember the date. It was, okay, not the exact date, but it was May of 2018. There's a specific part of a trail that I absolutely love, and it's kind of like my spot. And I would go sit in this specific spot and meditate. And this one day in May, I don't know what it was, but I was sitting there, and when I tell y'all I don't visualize whatsoever, I have never been able to visualize. All I hear in my head, I have an inner monologue. When I close my eyes, it's dark. If you say visualize an apple, I can't see an apple. I can't even see an outline of an apple. There is nothing here. So I was meditating one day, and I saw my body. I felt a little whoosh feeling, and I saw my body from behind, like the back of my head. I was sitting wearing the same clothes that I was wearing, and could see the bit of the shore, because it's on a lake. And I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. Like, I don't visualize. And I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? When I opened my eyes so quickly, I felt a woof. Like a woof. It freaked me out so bad I've never experienced that ever again. Which I wish, like, I want to, like, relearn how to do that because I accidentally did that. And I thought it was absolutely fascinating. But yeah, that was a fun experience. Because, like I said, I don't visualize whatsoever. So, yeah, that was interesting. If y'all ever want to hear about my obsession with Gnostics and, like, occult stuff, tarot things, let me know. Because I think it's so interesting. I am going to end the stream now. I appreciate all of you for being here. My voice is about to go. But I'm hoping... Oh. Hey, my GF wanted to ask this question, but her iPad just died. Aw. Oh, with Gnostic, you can talk about the wise serpent and the demiurge and such. Listen. Maybe this will be a whole stream. About... Because as someone who got raised in the LDS church, you're kind of primed to, like, different Freemasonry type of shit. You know what I mean? And, like, that's always been fascinating to me once I found out that Joseph Smith was, like, a harlatan and a liar and was literally stealing from Freemasons. And then when you go back even further into, like, the Bible and things, and if you look at it's just so interesting to me. And then when you look at the Gnostic texts and the texts that haven't been, like, tampered from and only been translated once, and they're talking about the Gnostics believing all that, I love it. The Book of Judas, top tier. The Book of Thomas I want to read. It's so cool. Hey Lynn, how do I figure out I'm bi or pan if my GF is a demigirl, but I don't care about their gender identity because I love them? This is so funny because I'm just like, I don't know if I have advice for this. I know for me, I say I'm bi because I know this is horrible, but I prefer the bi flag. So I literally just say I'm bi. Gender doesn't really have that big of a deal for me. So it doesn't super play in. It really depends on which word you resonate with better. I prefer saying I'm bi, because I tried to, I like used pan for a little bit and it wasn't for me. I don't know why. I just prefer saying I'm bi. But yeah, it's genuinely whichever one you prefer, and if you feel that gender doesn't really play that big of a role in your attraction. Wow, I can believe it was amazing to feel. Thank you for listening. Love to be here. Good night, all. I passed what she texted me to ask you. I have a Mormon therapist. Yo, that's crazy. I wonder how a Mormon therapist would be. Okay, so, anyway, I'm going to be leaving. We can talk Heartstopper next stream, and Gnosticism, and all of that fun stuff. I also want to do some, what did I want to do? Some reaction stuff, maybe next Monday. But yeah, thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. Hopefully next year will be better. I'm gonna need politics to get its shit together, and just 2025 be better for everyone, because this year has been really shit. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all. Have a good rest of your week. I will see y'all on Friday.